lost in space, racing them all, climbing the walls of a hurricane, still overall, I can't complain. All I wanted was one chance to let freedom ring. Said I had to get a permit, bunch of tags and everything. Never made it through the red tape. Got this paper hat, got a job working weekdays. You want fries for that? I got nothing to lose, nothing to gain. So I gave one-way ticket to cruise in a passing lane. Can't complain. I was talking with my girlfriend, told her I was stressed. Said I'm going off the deep end. She said, God, for once, give it a rest. We're all waiting in the dugout, thinking we should pitch. How you gonna throw a shutout if all you do is bitch? I got nothing to lose, nothing to gain. So I gave one-way ticket to cruise in the passing lane. Can't complain. Now I've got a brand new dance, I need one more shot, just need one last chance. You know I won't get caught. I wanna make my last stand, and this time I can't be bought. Then again, on the other hand, how much have you got? I got nothing to lose, nothing to gain. So I gave one-way ticket to cruise in a passing lane. Can't complain. A lot of place, a lot of tune, for lost in space, racing that moon, climbing the walls of a hurricane, still overall, I can't complain. Hey, how are you all? I can't complain. Well, there's a Coke machine going through a parking lot. There's a Coke machine going through a parking lot. Call it a room with a view. This was the best night of pool that I ever shot. I paid a lot of money too, looking for some company in the weekly scene. I seen an ad that just had to be you. I hadn't seen you since New Orleans, never did figure out where you run off to. I know I looked bad the last time you saw me, but lately I've been doing alright. Won a tournament last week in Oklahoma City, hustled half of this town tonight. I got some cocaine, if you want some, it's the best that I could find. Either we could just sit here and talk all night, if that big old guy out in the car don't mind, like old time. But just like the old time, living on our own kind of American dream. Old times, your goal was always the same as mine. You didn't want to throw fishy in line in that old mainstream. No, I ain't expecting anybody but you. I don't know who this could be at the door. I'm pretty sure that you've got a clue. Now I bet you've been to this hotel before. Put the you-know-what in the bathroom, but don't flush it down just yet. Put your pager in my suitcase, I'll get the window. You light a cigarette, it'll be like old times. like the old times, living out our own kind of American dream, like old times. Your goal was always to save his mind. You didn't want to throw a fishing line in that old mainstream. No sir, officer, you don't understand. We're just two old friends drinking wine. I'm sure she is, but that's not all she is. She is also an old friend of mine. I got her high school picture right here in my wallet, 1982. No sir, officer, no offense taken. You have a good night too. It's a good thing we didn't throw this away. Baby, turn up the radio. Well, I'm pretty sure the cop knew what we were up to. I guess he just decided to let us go. Oh, don't make such a thing about that picture. That was just something I kept. Oh, don't get all sentimental on me now, girl. You haven't even told me what your new name is yet. Old times, just like the old times, living out our own kind of American dream, just like old times. Your goal's always to save his mind. You didn't want to throw a fishing line in that old mainstream, and you didn't. Can you hear me okay? Yeah! Can you hear what I'm saying way back in the back there? Yeah? Well, listen, thank you all for coming. It's an honor to get to come back to town. My name is Todd. If you never, this is my 4th time in town, but if you've never seen me play before, my name is Todd Snider, and I've been driving around for 15 years or more making this shit up. I sing it for anybody that'll listen to it. Some of it's kind of sad, some of them are going to be kind of funny, some will be real short, some will seem like they're going on forever. Sometimes I will talk for as many as 18 minutes in between the songs. And lately my friends have been telling me that some of my newer songs have started to get a bit opinionated. So I wanted to share with you before I got any further into my portion of the program that while I might share my opinion with you off and on through the course of the evening, I'm not going to share it with you because I think it's so smart. I'm going to share it with you because it rhymes. I didn't come down here to change nobody's mind. I come down here to ease my own mind. I come from Portland, Oregon. I want to sing a song about a band that came from my hometown in the 60s. They put out a song that was so allegedly sexually suggestive and lewd that the government opened up a file on the song. And I don't even know what that means, but I know it's true. This song is dedicated to the Kingsmen from Portland, Oregon. And my hope is that it will inspire some of you to have sex with each other. The Kingsmen came together in a garage. They could hardly even play, but they practiced night and day, and pretty soon they got to where they could really play that song Louie Louie. So they saved up all the money from their shows, went into one of them studios, and they gave their version of that song Louie Louie a try. Now, I don't know the words to that song Louie Louie, and I'm pretty sure that the singer for the Kingsmen didn't know them either. If he did know them, he didn't get them right on the record, because on the record they sound completely jumbled in his jaw. He says, me think of me girl, oh so constantly. Well, that last part scared everybody from the PTA to the FBI. You see, the kids have been going kind of crazy lately. Seemed like nobody could figure out why. So they decided to form a coalition and launch an investigation. You know, for the children, they figured they at least had to try to figure out the words to that song, Louie Louie. It's the feel good, it's endless summer, gets the kids out of control. Singing along to that Star-Spangled Banner. Hail, hail, rock and roll. You know, Marilyn Manson's real name's not Marilyn Manson. He's a skinny public high school kid from Ohio. He's not some monster from out of this world. And like a lot of skinny public high school kids, he was sick of getting beaten up by the pulling guard all week, only to go out on the weekend and watch the quarterback get all the girls. So he formed a band, man. And now he gets a lot of chicks. They're weird chicks. But they're chicks. A few years later, a couple latchkey kids go tragically mad and everybody's gathered around the television store at the mall trying to figure out what went wrong. This guy says, you think the life of a kid going to school around here could have gotten so bad? And this other guy says, no, probably just the words to one of those goddamn Marilyn Manson songs. You know which one I'm talking about. It's the feel good, hit us endless summer, it gets kids out of control. Singing along to that Star-Spangled Banner. Hail, hail, rock and roll. Every 10 years or so, our country and some other little country, we start firing all of our newest weapons at each other for some reason or another, right or wrong, like it or not, it happens. And when it happens, people get shot. And when people get shot, they show that on TV a lot. Every night at 6 o'clock. And you don't have to be 18 to see that. You don't even have to be in first grade. First grade, where they teach a kid the pride, they tell him he'll need to thrive in a world where they say that only the strong will survive. So he's taught the art of more, to compare to, and to keep score. Monday through Friday, while he stares at the floor, till Sunday, they make him go to school once more, only this time they make him wear a suit and a tie, and listen to some guy who claims to know where people go when they die, tell him that only the meek are gonna inherit the earth. Well, shit. By this time, the kid doesn't know what anything is worth. Now, brothers and sisters, I am only one guy, and I don't even know the words to that song, Louie Louie. But I can tell you right now, without batting an eye, that the next time some latchkey kid goes wrong, it's not going to be because of something that some rap guy said in his song. And I'm not trying to preach to you either, man. I'm just trying to string a few words together, too. Hey, kids. Let's get it on. Where are you from, you sexy babe?
See what he's got on his sweatshirt? I have a sweatshirt. I seen that.
Thanks for coming back. Thanks.
Nice sweatshirt.
Thank you!
Tell us some stories.
No bossing me around now. We wrote our names and the turn back went. Cruise Bay was as far away as we'd ever been. Pine trees climbing up winding hill, fishing boats and paper mill. Multnomah County is where I come from, hometown of Bigfoot and the Burnside Bum. Rain clouds hanging down so low and gray. God knows I wish it would have rained today. Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. Tonight I'm driving through some other town, got the radio on, the windows down. Old song comes on from a long time ago. How on earth did that DJ know? But tonight I got those old Rose City blues. But tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. Rain, 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 pouring rain doesn't bother me. We wrote our names in the sun back there, and then last night we went down and did it again. One sip too many from that old loving cup. Rose City people never do grow up. Tonight I got those old Rose City blues. Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. I got a bunch of new songs I want to try on you guys, if that's all right. When I grew up, my dad was a construction foreman, and we used to move to a lot of boom towns. And the hard part about being a construction foreman in a boom town is that usually you need the guys that are working for you more than they need you. And if you fire them, there's usually a site like right across the street that they can go to. Which means you're sort of in the unique position of, as a boss, just trying to keep everybody around. My dad had a talent for that, but his talent failed him a lot. I got that from my dad. And this is a conversation I heard as a kid on a bunch of construction sites when some guy on the paint crew would turn on my old man. There was not much he could do. And it was inspired by this time I was playing in North Carolina, and they had a radio contest where the winner of the contest could come to the show. And the guy that showed up, he was so drunk when he got there, and he said that he had been on a paint crew, and when he found out he won, he'd never won nothing in his life, and so he dropped his belt and he quit his job right on the spot and started drinking. And I knew from growing up in that environment that he knew he could get his job back tomorrow, because they needed him. Anyway, here's to any of y'all that got a job where, like that. If you don't wanna have to hang your own drywall, don't push me too far. Boomtown work ain't that hard to come by. Boomtown workers are. You might be the one running the show, but that doesn't mean you're in charge. I was looking for a job when I found this one. Don't need the work like you need the work done. You look like you're under pressure. I was looking for a job when I met you. I'm sharing a room with two guys over at the Motel 6, Bob. Sending every dime I make here home to my ex-wife. Just did 2 years and 28 days. With a little better aim, I'd been in there for my life. So you see, broke won't take much than getting used to, and neither would a barbed wire jailhouse wall. Watch what you say to someone with nothing. It's almost like having it all. I was looking for a job when I found this one. Don't need the work like you need the work done. You look like you're under pressure. I was looking for a job 2 weeks ago when I met you, boss. Don't you remember? You know what I really ought to get is a job like the job you got, Chief. You know, where I just drive around checking up on guys like me all day. Yelling from the window of a pickup truck, my AC cranked up, my clothes all nice and clean. Yeah, it might be alright. On the other hand, I was looking for a job and I found this one. Don't need the work like you need the work done. You look like you're under pressure. I was looking for a job when I met you. You look like you're under pressure. You look like you're under pressure. You look like you're under pressure, boss. That one goes like that. Is it alright if I tell you a story for a second? It may be a little longer than the song, but not that much. And it requires that I talk about some other songs too. I don't know if you're country music fans, but have you ever heard a song Garth Brooks sang like in the 80s that said, if tomorrow never comes? Remember that? Wish you know how much I love her. It's like a sensitive piece, right? Okay, I want to play, the song I want to play for you right now is a new song that I made up just not long ago that was inspired by the opportunity that I had to meet the guy that came up with the song, If Tomorrow Never Comes. But before I can make that make any sense, I have to back up a year before that to a song that I made up called Beer Run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, Beer Run. Okay, so I admit that's not as, say, sensitive of a piece as If Tomorrow Never Comes. But now, check this out. So, I'm sitting at home, I'm watching, I got the baseball package at my house, and I'm watching the game, and my manager calls me up and he says, you know that song of yours, Beer Run? I said, yeah. He said, okay, well, there's a song that goes almost exactly like that, and Garth Brooks has it on the radio now, except for they're saying it doesn't have your name on it or nothing, you know? And I thought, oh, shit, you know? And I swear to you, the first thing that went through my mind is like, I don't have to come into town for this, do I, man? Because I didn't give a shit, man. So he said, oh, you're easy to work with. And we let it go with that. And then he calls me back a month later. He says, okay, here's some tough news. You know the Beer Run thing? Okay, now the guys that wrote the version after you are saying that maybe you took yours from them. And I thought, oh, fuck, you know. And I still And I told my manager, I was like, then tell him to take it. I don't care. I got 12 other songs on the record. I don't care. I have just one less song. I already got the fucking baseball package. What do I need? And so he says, fine, I'll take care of it and we'll try to keep you out of it, right? So he calls me back and says, hey, it worked out that we went into this guy. He said, nobody took nothing from nobody and everybody can go on with their lives. And as God is my witness, that's how I was hoping it would work out. Check this out though. I live in Nashville, right? So we induct people into stuff every weekly, bi-weekly. But I get a lot of trophy shows and award ceremonies. And there was this one weekend that they figured there's something Tom T. Hall had not been inducted into, so they decided to induct him into it, which I thought was a good idea. They asked me if I would come sing at the event, and I, of course, got excited. I went there. There's backstage. I went out, I sang my song, played my Tom T. Hall song. Now I'm back in the dressing room where there's like, I don't know if you guys have ever been like in a dressing room for the singer, but there's like free celery, free carrots, 3 different fruits and vegetables. There's ranch dip to put it in, there's wine, there's a towel probably, water, all kinds of free shit, right? So I'm standing back there and enjoying all of it. And my buddy Peter, who opened the show, was with me and he goes, hey, you see that guy over there by the ranch dip area? I said, yeah. He says, you know that song, If Tomorrow Never Comes? I said, yeah, I know, I love that song, Sensitive Peace. He says, well, that guy wrote it. I said, well, shit, let's go hassle him, right? So I walk up to him and I'm like, if tomorrow never comes. I love that song, man. He goes, oh, thanks. I said, oh, it's a great song. I said, I'm Todd Snider. I stuck my hand out. He goes, Todd Snider? I said, yeah. He goes, oh, I had some trouble with you, man. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, you know that song, Beer Run? And I said, yeah. He goes, well, I wrote it too. And in my mind, I was thinking, man, you took it from me. So I said to this guy, man, you took it from me. And he says, as God is my witness, brothers and sisters, this guy says, not technically. And I thought, what does that mean? So he goes on to explain how he heard me play my song, and he went on to explain that there's a certain amount of notes you can take and a certain amount of words you can take without totally stealing from somebody. And how he had done that, and I thought, this guy's a fucking genius, man. This is the guy that should be managing me. Anyway, the point is, as he was walking away from me that night, I got an idea for a song that I wrote by myself, and it's called If Tomorrow Never Comes. If tomorrow never comes, I won't give a damn. If tomorrow never comes, I will not be afraid to meet my maker just the way I am. You can't prove anything, but one thing's true. If you could steal from me, I could steal from you. Any kind of heaven everybody doesn't get in won't seem like a heaven to me. Really tell you that the Garden of Eden was perfect, but you couldn't even eat off the apple tree. And for heaven's sakes, look out for them snakes lying to you, woman, constantly. Adam must have scratched his head, looked up and said, Lord, hey, this isn't doing it for me. If tomorrow never comes, I won't give a damn. If tomorrow never comes, I will not be afraid to come and meet you just the way that I am. Yet I can't do anything I'm dying to. If tomorrow never comes, tonight we'll have to do. I said I don't ever claim to know what's going on around here. I don't even know where I'm from. I know where I'm going when I get to where I'm going, what I'm doing when I get done. They tell me I'm forgiven if I ask to be. I say permission ought to come that easily. I'm piling cores up underneath this apple tree. I'm saying, oh Lord, have mercy on me if tomorrow never comes. If tonight is all we got. If tomorrow never comes, I don't want to be afraid to meet my maker just the way I'm not. Can't do anything and then you die. Judge the judgmental and what am I? Judge the judgmental and what am I? Even the way I am, every guy I've ever tried not to be. I want everything as good as it gets. I've learned nothing but that there's another sunrise coming, all but one. Well, the times it sets, and if tomorrow never comes, tomorrow never comes. If tomorrow never comes, tomorrow never comes. If we were all good people, we could work in perfect rhythm. If worms had daggers, birds wouldn't fuck with them. Tension is all that I know. I got tension in my health food, I've got tension in my exercise, tension and it's everywhere that I go. After the bad guy killed off all the underdeveloped characters, the good guy put a bullet right through his head. Then the screenwriter stood up and he told us that all the loose ends had been tied. He said justice is irrelevant. Violent problems need violent solutions because in America we like our bad guys dead. Preferably after some kind of kick-ass car chase. Well, they roped off all my problems and they pointed their fingers at drug addiction. I think it's because they know if you're the one doing the pointing, nobody will be looking at you. But you know that this war on drugs is funded by tobacco and alcohol commissions. It is not what drugs you are strung out on they care about so much as whose. Yeah. People still dig drugs. Shit. Tension's all that I know. I got tension in my health food, I got tension in my exercise, tension and it's everywhere that I go. When rock and roll first came around, it seemed like preachers all went crazy. Pretty soon, though, that wasn't enough to bring people in the door. So now they jump on just about any scandal that they can to try and save me because they know that I don't buy that bullshit about the devil's music anymore. Queer people getting married. That's what scares people that don't have shit all else to be scared of these days. Tension is all that I know. I got tension in my courthouse, got tension in my White House, I got tension and it's everywhere that I go. And I go. Don't worry about a thing. Everything's gonna be alright. To the rising sun, 3 little birds sat on my doorstep, singing his sweet song, a melody pure and true. And they said, this is my message to you.
corner.
Y'all having a good time so far? I did a song for my butt. Every time I come to town, one of my favorite things is to see my friend Digger Dave, who lives down at the end of the street there. And we had a nice, played some songs out behind his house last night, and this is one of the ones we all played together. So I'm going to dedicate this to my buddy Digger Dave and his son. Go ahead. Street, I walked in slow, took a back road seat. I knew I had nothing new to say. So many people looked so burned out, I couldn't help feeling bad about just having to be there anyway. A friend of a friend from work came in. I never had known what to make of him. He'd always seemed to be so insincere to me. You know, I've always been afraid of a 12-step crowd. They laugh too much and they talk too loud, like they all know where everyone should be. Spend it long, long year. Well, they were talking in this circle, I was all by myself, and everyone was telling everyone how they felt, and God, it felt like so long since I'd been young. As the circle kept moving its way to the back, I was wondering what I was gonna say. In fact, I still didn't know as it rolled off my tongue. It's been a long year. It's been a long year. How did I get here? Didn't say a word all the way out to my car, but a little later on that night at the bar, I was telling everybody how strange my day had been. They said, brother, all you need is another shot. So I threw one down. I said, hey, thanks a lot, as I thought to myself, well, here we go again. It's been a long year. It's been a long year. 45 miles, gosh, gonna take me all night. I should've known right away that something was wrong when I started thinking things were alright, things not alright. My old man's sick, my sister's going broke, they're closing down my favorite bar. I got a smoker's cough, and now to top it all off, I think I'm gonna wreck my car. I'm about to wreck my car. Life goes in stages like seasons. I say that something about all of them sucks. It's as hard to be hot as it is to be cold. You're either out of control or you're stuck. You're either out of control or you're stuck. So take whatever road that you've got to. Be careful of the ice and the snow. I ain't got time to change my mind. I've got 45 miles to go. 45 miles, 45 miles. Oh, it's gonna take me all night. I should've known right away that something was wrong when I started thinking things was alright, things are not alright, things are not alright, things are not alright. Thank you. I'm going to try another one of these new ones on you. It's got a ton of words in it, so forgive me if I fuck some of them up. It's an edit. I live in Nashville, but I live on the east side of Nashville, which a lot of us that live over there try to point out the difference between our side of town and their side of town, because they all live where their clothes real starched over there. We don't necessarily do that, or we don't necessarily try to use the most clever line that we got for the title of the song. And maybe sometimes on my side of town we will sit at the green light for a little bit, if that's all right with you. Anyway, I've been living over there about 8 years, and it's not the safest part of the town. It's just the funnest, if you ask me. But I remember the first time it happened. I was sitting in my house and I heard this loud noise. So I went out to see what it was, and I could tell right when I got outside there was a helicopter hovering down really close over my house. And it didn't occur to me what kind of helicopter it was. But then the second or third time it happened, it was easy to figure out that that's a police helicopter if they're down there that low like that, right? And if there's a police helicopter hovering down over your house, that means somewhere in the near vicinity, somebody just did something really drastic / dramatic. It didn't work out. Now it's gotten fairly problematic, and this person, man, woman, or child, is probably terrified, running, possibly armed, and coming over what could be at any second my fence, you know? So on nights when this happens 4 times, and on these nights that it happens, my wife and I, we turn the alarm on and we lock ourselves in, and we turn on our news and we wait for the coast to clear, you know? And on one of these particular nights, when we had locked ourselves in, I sat down at the typewriter and I made this song up that I'm going to play you now. And I got to admit that the end of the song is bullshit, but I couldn't help myself. So if you come to Nashville, though, come to our part of town. Don't go to the Music Row side. Come to East Nashville. It'll make you feel more like you're at home. We will steal your heart and your lawnmower. Helicopters over my house again. We got projects 2 or 3 blocks from here. They pull these kids over for driving while African, and the ones that got warrants always run in fear. I sit here waiting for the coast to clear, wishing once again I had a gun around here. I turn on the news, and what do I hear? Some kid shot a bank up on Gallatin Road. Ran away from the cops while he was trying to reload. He beat him up 2 East Lynn Street on feet. Now he's probably reloaded and running down my street. Better turn my alarm on, lock myself in. Helicopters over my house again sometime. You rise above it sometime. You sneak below somewhere in between believing in heaven and facing the devil you know. This poor kid probably never had a chance to give a fuck. Wouldn't know good luck from a debutante. You gotta find a way to be Steve McNair, young buck, or he's tough luck looking for a prison to haunt. And you can fuck in any kind of a job that you want, unless you really want to work in a fast food restaurant. And who wants to do that? Do you want to do that? I wouldn't trade that for my crooked hat or my gang or my gun or my waist full of pages for a job deep frying shit for richer teenagers. If that's where it's at, and no one's gonna help, how you gonna blame a kid from helping himself? There's a war going on, the poor can't win. Helicopters over my house again sometime. Rise above it sometime. You sneak below somewhere in between believing in heaven and facing the devil you know. Black and white cops shining lights through my bushes. Can't see how this kid is gonna get very far unless he finds a way to make it back over to Bear Street, and he can't do that unless he steals a car. The way things are, they just don't seem right. It's always white people talking about the hope and the light. There ain't no hope in Sam Levy, just guns and drugs. We ain't building bridges, we just training thugs. Then I hear this terrifying kick at my back door, and then walks this kid. I say, hey, I've seen this kid before. I see him all the time at that bar on Woodland Street. Now he's bleeding in my kitchen, tracking blood off his feet. And he's looking at me like I'll either help him or die, until he sees in my eyes that I'm on his side. I hand him my keys, I say, you better move fast. There's a J in my ashtray and plenty of gas. Throws me the cash, he says, yeah, I'll be back for this. I said, well, don't be surprised if there's a little bit of a missing. His gold teeth glisten with a big old grin. He said, we'll talk about that when I see you again. Shook my head, shook his back, felt like I was about to have a heart attack, until he finally rolled away. I thought, God damn, helicopters over my house again sometime. You rise above it sometime. You sneak below somewhere in between believing in heaven and facing the devil you know. I'm having a lot of fun, you know. They say 3% of people use 5 to 6% of their brain. 97% use just 3%, and the rest goes down the drain. I'll never know which one I am, but I'll bet you my last dime. 99% think we're 3%, 100% of the time. They say 60% of all the world's statistics are made up right there on the spot. 82.4% of people believe them, whether they're even accurate statistics or not. I don't know what you believe, but I do know there's no doubt. I'll need another double shot of something 90 proof. I've got too much to think about. Too much to think about. Too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt. Too much to think about. They say 70% of everything you learn in college is bullshit you're not going to need. 83.4% of everything that you bought just to satisfy your greed. Because you know 90% of this world's population link your possessions to your success, even though 98% of the wealthiest 1% of this population drinks to an alarming excess. More money, more stress, I guess. I say, too much to think about, too much to figure out, stuck between hope and doubt, too much to think about. What pick you think? Of all statisticians truly hate their fucking job. The average bank robber lives within, say, about 20 miles of the bank that he robbed. There's this little bank not so far from here. I've been watching now for a while. Seems like lately all I can think about is how bad I want to go out and stop. There's too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt, too much to think about, too much to think about, amen, too much to think about, This one, my favorite ones to play. Love that song. Made this up after I asked my wife's dad if I could marry her, you know. And then, I was going through them. He could have said no, and I still gone with it. That was me, trying to be cool. Said nothing. You threw your face in the magazine. I tuned into the old East Station, flew away in a time machine. This world is so amazing. The sun is shining, it's raining too. I waited all my life for you. I don't mind sometimes not talking. Sometimes there's nothing to say. Anyway, I know what you're thinking. Kinda like it when you think that way. Think I'll just keep on driving. Anywhere will do. I waited all my life for you. All this time I knew out there. All this time I knew someday I'd find you somewhere. tell you everything that they think of. Say yes I will, they never do. Sometimes I've gotta ask you to speak up. Everything that you say is true. So you'll be mine forever, never leave me blue. I waited all my life for you. I waited all my life for you. Strung out on greed, and he'll give up everything he's got for just one shot at having it all. You take him every last cent of the saving on a trip down a local track. Took from a friend, put it all out the window, they holes and name him heart attack. Oh well now, he ain't no fool, boy, and it didn't matter at all. So everything was cool and that horse took it fall. But then it turned around and blew the wrist, trying to win it back. They wanted easy money. Lord, it's sad, but it's true. Everybody wants the most they can possibly get. But for the least they can possibly do, they want that easy money. I don't understand the whole scheme and they plan, but they can't get their hands on none of that easy money. She's been watching him from her table, not too soft, but not too tough. She figured by the money he'd been throwing around that he was damn sure good looking enough. She worked her way over, she shot him away. He took his last $5, bought her a drink. By the time they hit a Motel 6, they figured they was in love. They wanted easy money. The Lord is sad, but it's true. Everybody wants the most they can possibly get, but for the least they can possibly do, they want that easy money. Don't understand with all the scheme and the plan, but they can't get their hands on that easy money. They must have been about 2 weeks later. He got a call from one of his business friends. He had a tip from a friend, put it on his holistic investment. Like I said, if I fuck the words up, it's an edit. It wanted easy money. Sad, but it's true. Everybody wants the most they can possibly get. You know, say, but for the least they can possibly do, they want that easy money. Don't understand the Lord, the scheme and the plan, but they can't get their hands on none of that easy money. Scheme and the plan, but they can't get their hands on none of that easy money. Y'all sound great. Y'all sound great singing. If you like singing, go get into it. Shit. Different folk singers have different theories about the sing-along process. I got no beef with it at all. I like that shit. Here's one. You work and work all day long. You're always on the go. Never take a minute off. Too busy making dough. Someday for sure you're gonna see the world when you're a millionaire. But how far you gonna travel in some old rocking chair? Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. You're going to take that ocean trip, no matter come what may. You got your reservations, but you just can't get away. Someday for sure you're gonna see the world, you're gonna really get around. How far you gonna travel if you're 6 feet underground? Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. And I'm so glad she did. Well, my old gal left me, and I'm glad she took her kid. Now I've got less mouths to feed and more room to sleep in bed. I've got the good news blues, smiling on the rainy day. They tell us what they think we want to hear. Yes, it's here one day, right out the other ear. Well, they promise you whiskey and won't even give you no beer. I got the good news blues, shining on a rainy day. Sung all the troubles away. Ain't got no aching bones, ain't got no bills to pay. Yeah! I got time to do a couple more songs for you. I've had a great time. Thank you for welcoming me anytime. cheats me, I'm gonna pay my rent. If I got my mechanic, I ain't seen it since. The phone's always ringing, wanna be alone, trying to sell me everything from heaven to Cologne. Everybody's got an offer I just can't refuse. It's a circus out here, mama, and your baby's got them sideshows. Hey, if you could just do me a favor, you could turn this guitar down a little bit and turn my voice up a little bit. And I hate to stop in the middle of a show and do that, but sometimes you just have to, you know? Me like I don't pay my rent. If I call my mechanic, I ain't seen it since. Phone's always ringing, I wanna be alone, trying to sell me everything from heaven to Cologne. Everybody's got an offer I just can't refuse. It's a circus out here, mama, baby's got them sideshows. Commercial, it's the video man, not to put down to my attention span. Make all these issues never understood. If I thought I could change things, I'd run out to Hollywood. It's so hard to kick the door down, you ain't wearing no shoes. It's a circus out here, mama, and your baby's got them sideshow blues. Sideshow blues, I wanna tame a lion, centering rich kids, they're not even trying. From college to the big top, take all of the best possessions, while I'm out in this tent with these freaks and musicians. Out in this tent with these freaks and musicians. Try to tell my girlfriend she's the only one that I got. There's this girl I hardly even know, keeps on telling her that she's not. She's got a loaded pistol, she waves it all the time. She says sometimes you have to kill a boy just to keep his ass in line. At least that's the way she sees it. She says she saw it on the news. It's a circus out here, mama, and your baby's got them sideshows. Satanic records, God, you don't know when they'll free. From a quiet kid to a maniac to a movie of the week. We're killing over cocaine, we're dying over sex. We're bowing down and praying to whoever's gonna cut the checks. And I go to church on Sunday, and brothers and sisters, I cannot help but sleep in the pew. It's church out here, mama, baby's got them sideshows. Circus out here, mama, and your baby's got them sideshow blues. Thank you for being so nice to me. Conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight-line American man. You Russian flag waving, rough fighting, tree killing, regional leaders are saying. Shirt tucking, frat housing, kick tapping, backslapping, hater of hippies like me. Tree hugging, peace loving, pot smoking, porn watching, lazy ass hippies like me. Tree hugging, peace loving, pro-choicing, gay wedding, Widespread panic digging hippies like me. Skin color blinded, conspiracy minded protesters of corporate greed. We who have nothing most likely will till we all end up locked up in jails by conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight white American male. Diamonds and dogs, boys and girls, living together in two separate worlds, following leaders of mountains of shame, looking for someone to blame. I know who I like to blame. Conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight white American man. Soul-saving, flag-waving, rush-loving, land-paving, personal friends to the quail. Quite diligently worked so hard to keep free range of this democracy. For tree-hugging, peace-loving, pot-smoking, porn-watching, lazy-ass hippies like me. Tree-hugging, peace-loving, pot-smoking, porn-watching, lazy-ass hippies like me. Otherwise you would have been educated to testify every word I stated. While it may be complicated, it's the truth in the way you see this woman here today. I hardly even know her. Okay, maybe once or twice I might have given her a lift, but she never gave me any money up on her. Every penny that she gave me, she said was a gift. She said that it was a gift. So it was a gift. My baby mother been crossbreeding. I never had a lot of luck with the ladies you're on. I never had a lot of luck with much of anything. My baby mother wanna drive a Mercedes, you're right. My baby mother wanna wear a bunch of diamond rings. She know damn well I can't afford them things. My baby mother been incarcerated. I'm kinda glad if I could tell you the truth, that they don't have a whole lot here to do with this matter. You see this woman here today, she don't have no proof. Don't know whose voice that could be there on her telephone recorder, maybe brother or some other friend that's in on it too. Same old friend that came and helped forge my signature, because that is not my signature. I'm telling you the truth, I'm telling you the truth. Tell you the truth, my baby mother been incarcerated. I don't understand about the verdict and everything, Your Honor. You're just doing your job, that's alright with me. Just one more thing before I leave, for my friends and my family, could you tell me when this particular episode is gonna be on TV? Gonna be on TV, baby. Nobody suffers like the poor people suffer. Nobody suffers like the poor people suffer. Nobody suffers like the poor people suffer. Nobody suffers like poor people suffer. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Mike. Did you have a good time? And don't forget to tip your bartender. Sing along with this one if you know it. And don't forget that if you've been drinking and driving tonight, be sure that on your way home to drive fast and take a lot of chances. That way they'll have you pull over when we come swerving on by. Mama takes badge off of me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. I feel like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. I'm knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Just like 1,000 times before. Mama laid these guns into the ground. I can't shoot them anymore. The long black cloud hanging down. I feel like I'm knocking on heaven's door. The knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. The knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. The knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Just like 1,000 times, 1,000 times, 1,000 times before. Mama, take this badge off me. I can't shoot anymore. And it's getting too dark to see. Y'all, thank you very much. I love you. At a shack out in the hill. Never made her no money, boy, paid up all of her bill. She must have been 80 years old. Her heart was warm and her beer was cold, and she gave away more than she ever sold. She was smiling all the time. I used to sing off in the corner every Friday night to a loud crowd of cowboys, bikers, and barroom fight. You hear that? Can't be anybody else hear that? Yeah. Not one of them could listen to one of my songs. And old Miss Burgess sang along. She said she knew all by heart. And then one night after closing, she poured me up a beer. said, come over here and sit down, you little shit. I got something that you need to hear. Life isn't easy getting through. Everybody's gonna make things tough on you. I tell you right now, if you dig what you do, they'll never get you down. Life's too short to worry, life's too long to wait. Too short not to love everybody, life's too long to hate. I meet a lot of men that haggle and finagle all the time, trying to save a nickel, maybe make it down. Not many old moves to read, I ain't got time. Do. Seen old Virgie, probably been about 15 years, bumming around this country, singing songs for tips and beer. Now the nights are long and the drive is tough, the hotels are weird and the pay sucks. I can't dig what I do now, it never gets me down. Life's too short to worry, life's too long to wait.